Señores, señores y señoritas, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Esta noche presentamos con mucho gusto información interesante acerca de la llama. La llama es un cuadrúpedo que vive en los grandes ríos como el Amazonas. Tiene dos orejas, un corazón, una frente y un pico para comer miel. ¡Olé! Pero está provista de aletas para nadar.
Las llamas son más grandes que las ranas.
Pero las llamas son peligrosas. Si usted ve una llama donde hay gente nadando, usted grita: ¡Cuidado! ¡Llamas!
Cuidado, 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 las llamas. Cuidado, 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 las llamas.
Who would have thought 40 years ago we'd all be sitting here doing Monty Python, eh?
Aye. In them days, we was glad to have the price of a cup of tea.
Cup of cold tea.
Aye.
Without milk or sugar.
Or tea.
In a cracked cup and all.
Oh, we never used to have a cup. We used to have to drink out of a rolled-up newspaper.
Best we could manage was to suck on a piece of damp cloth.
But you know, we were happy in those days, although we were poor.
Because we were poor.
Right?
My old dad used to say to me, money doesn't buy you happiness, son.
He was right.
Oh, aye.
I was happier in those days and I had nothing. We used to live in this tiny old tumble-down house with great big holes in the roof.
You were lucky to have a house. There were 26 of us in one room. No furniture, half the floor were missing. We were all huddled in one corner for fear of falling.
You were lucky to have a room. We used to live in corridor.
Oh, we used to dream of living in a corridor. Would have been a palace to us. We used to live in an old water tank on a rubbish chip. Woke up every morning by having a load of rotting fish dumped all over us. House?
Well, when I say house, it was only a hole in the ground covered by a sheet of tarpaulin, but it was a house to us.
We were evicted from our hole in the ground. We had to go and live in the swamp.
You were lucky to have a swamp. There were 150 of us living in shoebox in middle of road.
Cardboard box?
Aye.
You were lucky. We lived for 3 months in a rolled-up newspaper in a septic tank. We used to have to get up at 6 in the morning, clean the newspaper, go to work down the mill, 14 hours a day, week in, week out, for 6p a week. When we got home, our dad would thrash us to sleep with his belt.
Luxury. We used to get up out of the swamp at 3 o'clock in the morning, drain the swamp, eat a hard-boiled twig, work 19 hours at mill for $1 a year, and when we got home, our dad would flog us to sleep with a cat of nine tails if we were lucky.
Paradise. We had it tough. We used to have to get up out of shoebox in middle of the night and lick road clean with our tongues. We had to eat half a handful of freezing cold gravel, work 24 hours a day at mill for 4p every 6 years, and when we got home, well, our dad would slice us in two with bread knife.
Right. I had to get up in the morning at 10 o'clock at night, half an hour before I went to bed, eat a lump of cold poison, work 29 hours a day down mill, and pay mill owner for permission to come to work. And when we got home, our dad would kill us and dance about in our graves singing hallelujah.
Aye. You try and tell the young people of today that, and they won't believe you.
No.
Wasn't that terrific, ladies and gentlemen? Really great. Now, the next item on the program is...
I can't stand it, man. Really not. I've had it with this idiot every night, making me say the most inane.
Really terrific act. Now, the next item on the...
No, man, I'm off. Gone. Just play it fair, right? I'm gonna find a kid you else play with. Someone with a bit of cool, man. I mean, get down with a little heart. I can express myself in a cool man. I'm a guy who really, digs me, And he feels the same way I feel.
Welcome aboard, British pig. Hello, Fritz. The table seems to have turned, old chap.
Oh, greetings, company's pig. Very sorry, but must inform you that you are now listener.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You look and smell divine. And welcome to Monty's Musical, the show that leaves you wanting less. And a very big hand, please, for Terry Gilliam. Here's a little number I tossed off recently in the Caribbean. Isn't it awfully nice to have a penis? Isn't it frightfully good to have a dong? It's swell to have a stiffy, it's divine to own a dick. From the tiniest little tadger to the world's biggest prick. So 3 cheers for your Willie or John Thomas. Hooray for your one-eyed trouser snake. Your piece of pork, your wife's best friend, your Percy or your cock. You can wrap it up in ribbons. You can slip it in your sock. But don't take it out in public or they'll stick you in the dock. And you won't come back. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to thank the Navy. And here they are.
Isn't it awfully nice to have a penis? Isn't it frightfully good to have a dong? It's swell to have a stiffy, it's divine to own a dick. From the tiniest little tadger to the world's biggest prick. So 3 cheers for your Willie or John Thomas. Hooray for your one-eyed trouser snake. Your piece of pork, your wife's best friend, your Percy or your cock. You can wrap it up in ribbons, you can slip it in your sock. But don't take it out in public, or they'll stick you in the dock. And you won't come back.
It's fun to earn your own vagina. It's great to have your
tushy, it's divine to have a scout. From the skinniest little buttons to the world's largest butt. Three cheers for your posterior or anus. Hooray for your lovely sit-upon. Your fundament, your fanny, your cheeky little dear. You'll rock your hood, your hands, your stern, your fanny or your rear. But be careful how you handle it, or you'll be caught out here, and you won't come back. Isn't it awfully nice to have
It's fun to own your own vagina. It's great to have your friendly touch. Your range, your tat, your kitty cat, your leg, your nazi or your snack. It's great to have a monkey burrow. Your car, your lunchbox or your cat. Your watchless and your purse. Your kitty cat, your cat, your cat. And you won't come back. No, sir. No, you won't come back. No, sir.
Company, by the right, dress. Company, camp it up.
My goodness me, I am in a bad temper today. All right, 2, 3, damn, 2, 3. I'm ex-matic, 2, 3. And I'll be mad, stab. Woo, get her, whoosh. I've got your number, ducky. Well, you couldn't afford me, dear. 2, 3. I'll scratch your eyes out, 2, 3. Meow, 2, 3. Don't come the rear admiral with us, dear. We all know where you've been, you royal naval fairy. 2, 3. Left, right. Father's kissing us tonight. Whoosh. Don't look now, girls. The cat is just me seen with that dolly little seaman. 2, 3. Woo! 2, 3. Hello, sailor.
Company, today you go off to war, and my God, I wish I was coming with you. When I first went to fight, I had 2 arms, 2 good arms. When the time came to give them, I gave them gladly. I sang and laughed as they sawed them off, because I believe that there was a future for mankind if men were prepared to give their limbs. And not just men, but their women folk too, and our children, and our children's children's limbs, and our children's children's limbs. And what about our pets? Why should the little bastards get off?
I think it's silly. Now, nobody likes a good laugh more than I do. Except perhaps my wife and some of her friends. Oh, yes, and Captain Johnson. Come to think of it, most people like a good laugh more than I do, but that's beside the point. Now, let's have a good, clean, healthy, outdoor sketch. Get some air into your lungs. 10, 9, 8 and all that.
There are pages in history's book which are written on the grand scale. Events so momentous that they dwarf man and time alike. And such as the Battle of Pearl Harbor, reenacted for us now by the women of the Batley Townswomen's Guild.
Miss Rita Fairbanks, you organised this reconstruction of the Battle of Pearl Harbor. Why?
Well, we've always been extremely interested in modern drama. We were, of course, the first Townswomen's Guild to perform Camp on Blood Island. And last year, of course, we did our extremely popular reenactment of Nazi war atrocities. And so this year, we thought we'd like to do something in a lighter vein.
So you chose the Battle of Pearl Harbor?
Yes, that's right, we did.
Well, I can see you're all ready to go, so I'll just wish you good luck in your latest venture.
Thank you very much, young man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world of history is proud to present the premiere of the Batley Townswomen's Guild reenactment of the Battle of Pearl Harbor.
Well, dear, we're not about to allow this sort of smut to be shown on screen.
Hey, Michelangelo, to see you, Your Holiness.
What?
Michelangelo, the famous Renaissance artist, whose best-known works include the celebrated statue of David without any underpants in 1514.
Yes, they've got it now. They've got it now.
What? What?
Go away.
I was just trying to be informative.
Go away.
Oh. Right. Exits.
Good evening, Your Holiness. Good evening, Michelangelo. No, I want to have a word with you about this painting of yours, The Last Supper.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not happy with it.
Oh, dear. It took me hours.
Not happy at all.
Is it the jelly you don't like?
Jelly?
I mean, they do add a bit of colour, don't they? I know what it is. You don't like the kangaroo.
What kangaroo?
Never mind, I'll paint him out.
I never saw a kangaroo.
Well, he's at the back with a llama. Doesn't matter. I'll make him into one of the disciples.
Ah.
Okay?
That's the problem.
What is?
The disciples.
Are they too Jewish? I made Judas the most Jewish.
No, it's just that there are 28 of them.
Too many.
Well, of course it's too many.
Yeah, no, but I wanted to give the impression of a real Last Supper, you know, not just like a last snack or a final meal, but a real mother of a Last Supper.
There were only 12 disciples at the Last Supper.
Well, maybe some of their friends dropped by after dinner for a drink.
No friends.
Waiters?
No waiters.
Cabaret?
No cabaret.
You see, I like the crowd. It helps to flesh out the scene. I could lose a few, I suppose.
Look,
but
there were only 12 disciples.
I've got it. We'll call it the last but one supper.
What?
Well, if there was a last one, there must have been a one before that. So this will be the penultimate supper. The Bible doesn't say how many people were there now, does it?
No.
Well, there you are then.
Well, look. The Last Supper was a significant event in the life of our Lord. The penultimate supper was not, even if they had a mariachi band and a conjurer. Now, I commissioned a Last Supper from you, and a Last Supper I want with 12 disciples and one Christ.
One?
Yes, one. Now, will you tell me what in God's name possessed you to paint this with 3 Christs in it?
It works, mate.
Works?
Yeah, it looks great. The fat one balances the 2 skinny ones.
There was only one Redeemer.
I know that. We all know that.
I want one
But what
Messiah.
about a bit of artistic license?
I want one Messiah.
I tell you what you want. You want a bloody photographer. That's what you bloody well want. Not an artistic creator.
I'll tell you what I want. I want a Last Supper with 12 disciples, one Christ, no steel bands, no trampoline acts, no kangaroos by Thursday lunch, or you don't get paid.
Bloody fascist.
Look, I'm the head of the fucking Catholic Church, I am, so watch it. You know what makes that special?
Yes. There are Jews in the world, there are Buddhists, there are Hindus and Mormons, and then there are those what follow Mohammed, but I've never been one of them. I'm a Roman Catholic and have been since before I was born. And the one thing they say about Catholics is they'll take you as soon as you're warm. You don't have to be a 6-footer. You don't have to have a great brain. You don't have to have any clothes on. You're a Catholic the moment Dad came, because every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is great. If a sperm is wasted, God gets in a bait.
Catholics. Filling up the bloody world with bloody people they can't afford to bloody feed.
What are we, dear?
Protestant? I'm fiercely proud of it.
Why do they have so many children?
Because every time they have sexual intercourse, they have to have a baby.
But it's the same with us, Harry.
What do you mean?
Well, we've got 2 children, and we've had sexual intercourse twice.
Well, that's not the point. We can have it whenever we want.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because we don't believe in all that papist claptrap, we can take precautions.
What, you mean lock the door?
No. I mean, as members of the Protestant Reformed Church that successfully challenged the autocratic power of the papacy in the early part of the 16th century, we can wear little rubber devices to prevent issue.
What do you mean?
I could, if I wanted, have sexual intercourse with you.
Oh, yes, Harry.
And thanks to Martin Luther and his friends, I could wear a sheath.
What, a dress?
No. A little rubber sheath over my old fella to ensure that when I came off, you would not be impregnated.
Oh,
yes. That's what being a Protestant's all about. It doesn't stop at the simple condom. Oh, no. I could wear French ticklers.
You what?
French ticklers, crocodile ribs, black mambos, wafer-thin condoms. Designed not only to protect, but enhance the stimulation of sexual congress.
Have you got one?
Have I got one? Well, no. I could go down the road any time. I'll walk into Boots with my head held high and say, Mr. Boot, I want you to sell me a condom. In fact, I think I'll have a Mexican tickler. For I am a Protestant, and that is the best thing to be, because that is what God wants.
You people really piss me off. I'm sorry I invented you. It was a really bad idea. Sex. That's all you bloody humans think about. That and trying to blow smoke up my ass with endless prayers. It's so boring. Now, this is supposed to be a funny show, so for my sake, get on with it.
Welcome to Munich for the 27th City Olympiad, an event held traditionally every 3.7 years, which this year has brought together competitors from over 4 million different countries. And here we are at the start of the first event of the afternoon, the second semi-final of the 100 yards for people with no sense of direction. I'll just give you the competitors. Lane 1, Skolomoski of Poland. Lane 2, Zatapatik of France. Lane 3, Grobovich of the United States. Next to him, Drabble of Trinidad. Next to him, Fernandez of Spain. And in the outside lane, Borman of Brazil. And now over to the swimming. And you join us here at the Bundes Absurd Pool just in time to see the start of the 200 meters freestyle for non-swimmers. Watch for the tough Australian champion Ron Barnett in the second lane. Well, we'll be bringing you back here the moment they start fishing the corpses up. But now over to Hans Clegg for the start of the marathon for incontinence. Well, we've got an enormous entry for this event. 44 competitors from 29 different countries, all of them with the most superbly weak bladders. Not a tight sphincter in sight. Ready to embark, nevertheless, on the world's longest race, and they're just aching to go. Gets it. And they're off, they're off. And now the high jump. Katerina Obolensky for the Soviet Union. But what a jump! What a jump! That's got to be a record! And here we are at the 3,000-meter steeplechase for people who think they're chickens. There's Samuelson of the United States, and over there is Kowalski of East Germany. He's been a Rhode Island Red now for the last 3 Olympics. There's the referee trying to get them going, but he's frightened them. There's the leader, Abe Siegel of Canada, who went up, got a very good start, but then settled down there on the water jump and is now gone. And now we're back with the marathon for incontinence once again. There's Polinsky of Poland in the lead. And now a Brewer of Australia is taken over. There's the Porsche France. Brewer is overtaken him, but he's got a Spencer-Petty. There goes Brewer, Spencer-Petty, and there goes Koenig of Austria. And so now it's Alvarez of Cuba, followed by the plucky Norwegian bull. They're in and out like yo-yos. He's pushing this, but no, the Scottish lad, but he can't hold it. Matjevich of Yugoslavia has taken over. He can't hold it either. Well, these must be some of the weakest bladders ever to represent their country. And now let's have a look back at what's going on down on stage.
Mr. Angevy.
Hello.
Do sit down,
Thank
please.
you. Take the weight off the feet, eh?
Yes, yes, yes.
Lovely weather for the time of year, eh?
It's enough of this gay banter. Now, Mr. Angevy, you asked us to advise you what was the best job in life as your profession.
That is correct. Yes.
I now have the results here of the interviews and the aptitude
Yes.
tests that you did last week, and I think we've managed to build up a pretty clear picture of the sort of person you are. And I think I can say without fear of contradiction that the ideal job for you is chartered accountancy.
But I am a chartered accountant.
Good for you. Well, back to the office then. Well done.
No, you don't understand. I've been a chartered accountant for 20 years. I want a new job. Something exciting that will let me live.
Accountancy is quite exciting, isn't it?
Exciting? No, it's not. It's dull, dull, dull. My God, it's dull. It's deadly dull and tedious and boring and stuffy and desperately dull.
Oh, yes, Mr. Angevy, but you see, your report here says that you are an extremely dull fellow. Our experts describe you as appallingly dull, unimaginative, timid, lacking in initiative, spineless, easily dominated, no sense of humor, tedious company, and irrepressibly drab and awful. And whereas in other professions these would be considerable drawbacks, in chartered accountancy they're a positive boon.
But I came here to find a new job, a new life, a new meaning to my existence. Can't you help me?
Well, do you have any idea what you want to do?
Yes, I have. Lion taming.
Lion taming? Yes, it's a bit of a jump, isn't it? You know, chartered accountancy to lion taming in one go. You don't think it might be better to work your way towards lion taming, say via insurance or something like that?
No. I don't want to wait 9 o'clock tomorrow. I want to be in there, taming.
Yes, but do you have any qualifications?
I've got a hat.
A hat?
Yeah, a hat. A lion tamer's hat. A hat with lion tamer written on it. I bought it at Harrods. Yeah. It lights up at night saying lion tamer in big red neon letters so you can tame them after dark when they're less stroppy.
Yes,
and during the day you can turn it off and claim reasonable wear and tear as allowable professional expenses under paragraph 335B.
Mr. Angevy, if I now ring up Bertram Mills and say, look, I've got a 45-year-old chartered accountant here who wants to become a lion tamer, their first question is not going to be, does he have his own hat? You see, they're more likely to ask about your experience with lions.
Well, I've seen him at the zoo.
Yes, well, that's a start, isn't
A
it?
small brown furry creature with short, stumpy legs and great, long, curved noses. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I could tame one of those. They look pretty tame to start with.
Now, these lions of yours, how tall are they?
Well, about so high, you know. But they don't frighten me.
And do they, by any chance, eat ants?
Got it?
Well, I think what you've got there, Mr. Angevy, is an anteater, not a lion.
What?
You see, a lion is a huge savage brute, about 5 feet tall, 10 feet long, weighing about 500 pounds. They run 40 miles an hour, and they have huge, very sharp, pointed teeth and nasty, vicious, razor-sharp claws that can rip your belly open before you could say Jack Robinson. And they look like this.
Oh, shit. I quite like your idea, perhaps, of making the transition to lion taming via easy stages. You know, maybe via insurance.
Or banking.
Banking. There's a man's life. Banking, travel, excitement, adventure, decisions affecting people's lives.
So, shall I call the bank?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Just give me a couple of weeks to think about it because it's a big. It is a big decision. Maybe I'll just, or maybe 3 weeks.
Give it a month.
A month. Give it a month. Give it a month. Yeah.
Well,
can I tell you something?
yes.
I never really wanted to be a lion tamer. I wanted to be a systems analyst. And then I got this postcard from my auntie in Canada, and it looked wonderful, and I realized the one thing I wanted was to be a lumberjack. leaping from tree to tree as they float down the mighty rivers of British Columbia. The giant redwood, the larch, the mighty Scots pine. With my best girl by my side, we'd sing, sing, sing. Oh, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. On Wednesdays I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea.
He cuts down trees, he eats his lunch, he goes to the lavatory. On Wednesdays he goes shopping and has buttered scones for tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I skip and jump, I like to press wildflowers. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
He cuts down trees, he skips and jumps, he likes to press all flowers. He puts on women's clothing and hangs around in bars. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I wear high heels, suspenders and a bra. I wish I'd been a girlie, just like my dear papa.
He cuts down trees, he wears high heels, suspenders and a bra.
Oh, Bevis, and I thought you were so butch.
He's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. He's a lumberjack and he's
Tired of being pushed around? Would you like to do some pushing around instead? Would you like a body that can't fail to attract women? To be the envy of other men?
Oh, I must get one of those.
Just give me your skinny, scrawny little body for just 15 minutes a day.
I've heard that one before, Docky.
Let me slap 50 pounds of He-Man muscles on you. Thick Herculean arms, a deep, massive chest, atomic-powered legs, shoulders a yard wide, and right in the privacy of your own home. What's my secret? It's dynamo tension. Muscles pulling against muscles the natural way. Here's living proof. And there's no need to stop there. So don't delay. Send today for my gigantic free 78-page muscle building course.
Postman!
And start building a body you can be proud of.
Good afternoon and welcome to a packed Olympic Stadium in Munich for the second leg of this exciting final of international philosophy. And over to your commentator, Ron Stopper.
And here come the Germans now, led by their skipper, Nobby Hagel. They must
surely star favourites this afternoon. They've certainly attracted the most attention from the press with their team problems. And let's now see their lineup. The Germans playing 4-2-4, Leibniz in goal, back four, Kant, Hegel, Schopenhauer and Schelling, front runners Schlegel, Wittgenstein, Nietzsche and Heidegger, and the midfield duo of Beckenbauer and Jaspers. Beckenbauer obviously a bit of a surprise there. And here come the Greeks, led out by their veteran centre-half, Heraclitus. Let's look at their team. As you'd expect, it's a much more defensive lineup. Plato's in goal, Socrates a front-runner there, and Aristotle as sweeper. Aristotle very much the man in form. One surprise is the inclusion of Archimedes. Well, here comes the referee, Kung Fu Tzu, Confucius and his two linesmen, St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas. And as the two skippers come together to shake hands, we're ready for the start of this very exciting final. The referee, Mr. Confucius, checks his sand, and they're off. Nietzsche and Hegel there. Karl Jaspers, number 7 on the outside. Wittgenstein there with him. There's Beckenbauer. Schelling's in there, Heidegger covering. Schopenhauer. And now it's the Greeks, Epicurus, Plotinus number 6. Aristotle. Empedocles of Acragas and Democritus with him. There's Archimedes. Socrates, there he is, Socrates. Socrates there, going through. There's the ball. And Nietzsche there, Nietzsche, number 10 in this German side. Kant moving up on the outside. Schlegel's on the left. The Germans moving very well in these opening moments.
Well, there you are. We'll be returning to the match sometime in the second half, but right now it's time for philosophy.
G'day, Bruce.
G'day, Bruce.
G'day, Bruce.
G'day, Bruce.
G'day, ladies and Bruces. It's very nice to be here in the Oz Arena.
Oh, 2 made it to 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Thank you very much.
So patriotic.
Sorry. We're all philosophy professors from the University of Woolloomooloo, Australia.
Australia, we love you.
I teach Hegelian philosophy. Bruce here teaches Aristotelian philosophy.
Right.
And Bruce here teaches classical philosophy. And all of these other Bruces are in charge of the sheep dip.
Sheep, we love you. This is the wattle, the emblem of our land. You can stick it in a bottle. You can hold it in your hand.
Amen.
Amen.
Right.
Bloody thirsty work, this, Bruce. I
Well,
think
don't you have a chinny then, mate?
Yeah, I
In
think
fact,
I'll
they
get
look a
one
bit thirsty. They look like they could use a drink. Throw them a drink out there, mate.
Are you
Throw 'em some of
thirsty?
good old Australian
Who's
beer.
got a
Throw
big
them out.
thirst on?
Yeah.
There we go.
Chuck 'em, mate.
Whoa.
Chuck 'em. Good there. Now, the
There
reason
you
we
go.
do this, ladies and Bruces, is we find over here your English beer is a little like making love in a canoe.
How's that?
It's fucking close to water.
I love it. Oh!
Good evening.
Good evening, dickhead.
How are you, Punk Bruce?
I'm good.
Now, Punk Bruce here has brought on Guest Bruce, who tonight has agreed to dress like a prat for charity.
All right.
So, what's your name, Bruce?
My name is Roger.
Roger?
Roger McGough.
You're fucking Eddie Izzard, aren't you?
I fuck him on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, he's in disguise tonight. And what's your charity, Bruce?
Well, charity is, Bruce, I'm raising money, or I've been giving money to the Monty Python Retirement Fund.
Oh, excellent. Excellent choice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At,
Hey, Bruce, leave him alone. You randy little kangaroo. Sorry about that, Bruce. Have you got another monologue or what?
No, I just say I've paid 40 million Australian dollars to do this. So
Okay, very nice indeed.
Checked in the post.
Thank you, Bruce. Right. I'm sorry about our marsupials. They shag worse than a bloody carpet, some of them. Anyway, let's try and raise the tone a little by singing a little intellectual song. Are you ready?
Good idea, Bruce.
Immanuel Kant was a real pissant, was very rarely stable. Heidegger was a boozy beggar who could think you under the table. David Hume could out and shoot Schopenhauer and Hegel. And Wittgenstein was the beery swine who was just as sliced as Schlegel. Hang on a second, Bruce. Hang on. I think this lot are in a bit of a playful mood, this crowd.
Yeah, I think they're...
Yeah?
They're...
Yeah. Look at them, yeah.
Pipped as parrots, half of them.
Yeah, I bet them some of them been smoking their homegrown English little wacky weed.
Yeah, they might as well smoke daffodils, mate.
Might as well, mate.
How do you tell an English batsman?
They're the ones in the pavilion.
I love it, yeah. You hear about the pommy bastard who took Viagra instead of his sleeping pill?
Now, what happened?
He ended up having 40 wanks. I love it. I love this English humour. I love Aussie
Right.
humour.
Well, why don't you guys give us a bit of a hand and we'll sing along to this one, eh?
Yeah.
Feel like that? All right,
Yeah,
good.
I got the words here. They're in my pocket. I'll just find... Oh, it's a bit tight down here. Oh, well, that's not it.
Don't pull that out, Bruce.
There we are. Here we are. Got them all written out in my own fair hand, so make it easy for you.
All right. So here we go.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Emmanuel Cat
was a real piece who was very rarely stable.
Wait a minute. It's not working, Bruce.
I think it's my handwriting, Bruce.
Maybe it is. They're a typical O2 audience, Bruce. They don't know whether to titter or twitter.
Oh, wow. Left my mobile on vibrate.
Oh, dear. That's funny, Bruce. My Sheila has a vibrator which you can switch on to phone.
No, if she's...
Think about it. Thank you very
Think
much.
about it. Doesn't know if she's coming or going.
There we are.
Disgusting.
Now,
Let's raise the
have
tone.
we got anything? Punk Bruce, can you give us a hand?
I can give her a hand here.
Oh, oi, stop that, Bruce. You, oi. Straight off. Off. Go on, fuck off. Bugger off to Barcelona and bite Luis Suarez. Now, Punk Bruce, have you got anything to help us put the words up for these poor people?
How's that, Bruce?
Oh, yeah.
There we are, Bruce. Very
you can
nice.
see that.
Very
You
good.
will
All
see
right, now we got no excuse, all right? It's
Let's hear
almost
you.
the intermission, so here we go. Emmanuel Kant was a real pissant who was very rarely stable. Heidegger was a boozy beggar who could think you under the table. David Hume could out-consume Schopenhauer and Hegel. And Wittgenstein was a beery swine who was just as slosh as Schlegel. There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach about the raising of the wrist. Socrates himself was permanently pissed. John Stuart Mill, of his own free will, on half a pint of shandy was particularly ill. Plato, they say, was sticking away half a pint of whiskey every day. Aristotle was a bugger from the bottle. Oxford's fond of his dram. And René Descartes was a drunk from far. I drink, therefore I am. Yes, Socrates himself is particularly missed. Ah, lovely little thing about a bugger when he's pissed.
Whoa. Thank you. You're brilliant. You're brilliant. Come here.
Well, right now we're going back to the Olympic Stadium for the closing minutes of the philosophy final, and I understand that there's still no score.
Well, there may be no score, but there's certainly no lack of excitement here. As you can see, Nietzsche has just been booked for arguing with the referee. He accused Confucius of having no free will, and Confucius, he say, name go in book. And this is Nietzsche's third booking in 4 games. And who's that? It's Karl Marx. Karl Marx is warming up. It looks as though there's going to be a substitution on the German side. Obviously, manager Martin Luther has decided on all-out attack, as indeed he must, with only 2 minutes of the match to go. But the big question is, who is he going to replace? Who's going to come off? It could be Jaspers, Hegel, or Schopenhauer. But it's Wittgenstein. Wittgenstein who saw his auntie only last week. And here's Marx. Let's see if he can put some life into this German attack. Evidently not. What a shame. Well, now, with just over a minute left, a replay on Tuesday looks absolutely vital. And there's Archimedes. And I think he's had an idea. Eureka! Archimedes out Socrates. Socrates back to Archimedes. Archimedes out to Heraclitus. He beats Hegel. Heraclitus, a little flick. Here he comes on the far post. Socrates is there. Socrates is indeed. Socrates has scored. The Greeks are going mad. The Greeks are going mad. Socrates scores. But beautiful cross from Archimedes. The Germans are disputing it. Hegel is arguing that the reality is merely an a priori adjunct of non-naturalistic Socrates heads in and Leibniz doesn't have a chance. And just look at those delighted Greeks. There they are, Chopper Sophocles, Empedocles of Acragas, what a game he had. And Epicurus is there, and Socrates, the captain, who scored what was probably the most important goal of his career.
Mr. Hilton.
Yes?
You are sole owner and proprietor of the Wizzo Chocolate Company?
I am.
Constable Parrott and I are from the Scotland Yard Hygiene Squad.
Oh, yes?
I want to have a word with you about this box of chocolates you manufacture called the Wizzo Quality Assortment.
Ah, good, yes.
If I can begin at the beginning, number one is cherry fondue. Now, this is extremely nasty, but we can't prosecute you for that.
Agreed.
Next, we have crunchy frog.
Ah, yes?
Well, am I right in thinking there's a real frog in here?
Yes, a little one.
Well, is it cooked?
No.
What, a raw frog?
We use only the finest baby frogs, dew-picked and flown from Swaziland, cleansed in the finest quality spring water, lightly killed and sealed in a treble milk chocolate envelope and lovingly frosted with glucose.
That says maybe is still a frog.
Well, what else would it be?
Well, don't you even take the bones out?
If we took the bones out, it wouldn't be crunchy, would it?
Constable Parrott ate one of those.
Would you excuse me a moment, sir?
Not right at the moment, Cunt. Why didn't you say why you wanted to be excused?
It says crunchy frog quite clearly.
Well, people won't expect there to be a frog in here. They're bound to think it's some form of mock frog.
Mock frog? We use no artificial additives or preservatives of any kind.
In future, though, you will replace the description crunchy frog with the words crunchy, raw, unboned, uncooked, real dead frog if you want to avoid prosecution.
What about ourselves?
Fuck yourselves. We have to protect the general public. Now, what's this one? Number 5, ram's bladder cup.
We use choice, juicy chunks of fresh Cornish ram's bladder, emptied, steamed, and flavoured with sesame seeds, whipped into a fondue, and garnished with mouse poo.
Mouse poo? It doesn't say anything about mouse poo on the box.
Yes, it does, on the bottom of the box after monosodium glutamate.
Well, this is hardly good enough. In future, you must put on this box a large red sticker with the words, warning, contains mouse poo.
Oh, our sales would plummet.
Well, why don't you move into more conventional areas of confectionery like lime cream or strawberry delight? I mean, look at this lot. Anthrax ripple, cockroach cluster, flip... Take the box. Take the box. Take it. Box. And what's this one? Spring surprise.
Ah, that's our speciality. Covered with darkest, rich, smooth chocolate. When you pop it into your mouth, stainless steel bolts spring out and punch straight through both cheeks.
Well, where's the pleasure in... Put yourself together, Constable. You'll be a Constable ex-parrot. Where are we? Can you remember? Oh, yes. As you were saying, punch straight through both cheeks. Well, where's the pleasure in that? That's me speaking now. Where's the pleasure in that when people pop a chocky in their mouth? They don't want their cheeks lacerated? In any case, this is an inadequate description of the sweetmeat. I must ask you to accompany me to Scotland Yard.
It's a fair cop.
don't talk to the audience.
Why not?
It's contrary to Section 28 of the Sketch Comedy Act.
Oh, well.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Blood, Devastation, Death, War and Horror. And later in the programme, we'll be talking to a man who does gardening. But my first guest tonight is a man who speaks entirely in anagrams.
Tartsy creoct.
Do you enjoy it?
Say, I stom certainly odd.
Yeah. And what's your name?
Hamrag Yattlrot.
Well, Graham, nice to have you on the show. Where do you hail from?
Bumcreeland.
Cumberland?
Starts Itsy Pricely.
Yeah. Lovely part of the world. And I believe you're working on an anagram version of Shakespeare.
Say, Tartsy creoct. Yeah. Tar the Nemot, I'm working on The Mating of the Wersh.
By William Shakespeare?
Nay, by Mallywee Rake Sheep.
Oh, of course. And what else?
12th Thing, The Chamberlains of Venice, Two Nettle Mega Verona.
Have you done Hamlet?
Famil.
Huh?
Biot or Botniot. Taft is the Nestaquee.
And what is your latest project?
Ring Kitchard the Thread.
I'm sorry?
Ashrow, my din come for Ashrow.
Oh, of course. Ring Kitchard, yes, but surely that's not an anagram, that's a spoonerism.
If you're going to split hairs, I'm going to piss off. The world today seems absolutely crackers, with nuclear bombs to blow us all sky high. There's fools and idiots sitting on the trigger. It's depressing and it's senseless, and that's why I like Chinese. I like Chinese. They copy everything they seize, but they're up on the moon, so they'll do as they please. I like Chinese. I like Chinese. They're still a little communese, but Americans don't need to fret, for China has bought all their debt. I like Chinese food. The waiters never are rude. Think of the many things they've done to impress. There's Maoism, Taoism, I Ching and chess. So I like Chinese. I like Chinese. I like their tiny little trees. Oh yes, they're Zen, they're ping pong, they're yin and yangies. I like Chinese thought, the wisdom that Confucius taught. If Darwin is anything to shout about, the Chinese will survive us all without any doubt. So I like Chinese. I like Chinese. I like their teas and their tai chis, their calligraphy. As you can see, they all dance with ease. A 7,
intermission.
It's the intermission. Oh, I like the intermission.
Oh,
It's the best bit.
It's the best
Shopping.
bit. I like it.
I always look forward to the intermission.
I can go to the toilet. I so want to go to the toilet.
Oh,
Is
there's
there a
only
toilet?
one. Yes, one for 16,000.
tonight's broadcast of Spam Lake, part of a new series of ballet for the radio. And now we present the first episode of a new radio drama series, The Death of Mary Queen of Scots, Part 1, The Beginning.
You are Mary Queen of Scots?
Episode 2 of The Death of Mary Queen of Scots can be heard on Radio 4 almost immediately.
I think she's dead.
No, I'm not.
That was episode 2 of The Death of Mary Queen of Scots, adapted for radio by sticking a large nail through it. And now, Radio 4 will explode.
Oh, we'll have to watch the telly then. Yes. Yes, we will. What's on the television? Looks like a penguin.
Nah, I didn't mean what's on the television set. I meant what program.
Oh, wow. Still, it's funny that penguin being there, isn't it? What's he doing?
Standing!
I can see that!
If it lays an egg, it'll fall down the back of the television set.
We'll have to watch that. Unless it's male.
Oh, I never thought of that.
He looks fairly butch.
Perhaps it's from next door.
Penguins don't come from next door. They come from the Antarctic.
Burma!
Why did you say Burma?
Oh, I panicked.
Oh. Perhaps it's from the zoo.
Which zoo?
How would I know which bloody zoo? I'm not David Bloody Attenborough.
How does David Bloody Attenborough know which zoo it came from?
He knows everything.
Oh, I wouldn't like that. It would take all the mystery out of life. Anyway, if it came from the zoo, it would have property on the zoo stamped on it.
No, it wouldn't. They don't stamp animals property of the zoo. You can't stamp a huge Siberian tiger property of the zoo.
They stamp them when they're small.
What happens when they molt?
Siberian tigers don't molt.
No, but penguins do. They're on rings around you logically.
Oh, intercourse the penguin.
Well, it's just gone 8 o'clock, and time for the penguin on top of your television set to explode.
How did he know that was going to happen?
It was an inspired guess.
Oh, he knows everything, that Michael Palin.
Yes, and he's been everywhere too. You ever watch any of those travel
If you're going to be rude about me, I'm going to switch you off. And now it's time for Home Beautiful with Professor D.P. Gumby to give you some hints on the often forgotten art of flower arranging.
Tonight, flower arranging. First, take a bunch of flowers. Pretty begonias, irises, freesias, chrysanthemums, mums. Then arrange them nicely in a vase. Get in! Oh, get in! Oh, get in! Oh, you're awful. Lawrence! Oh, no! My brain hurts!
Case adjourned.
Oh, I had a bitch of a morning in the High Court.
Oh, me too, love.
Oh, I could stamp my little feet the way those QCs carry on.
Oh, don't I know it, love?
Objection here, objection there. And that nice policeman giving his evidence so well. Beautiful speaking voice.
And what a body.
Yes. Well, in the end, all I could do was bang my gavel.
You are, love.
I did me silence in court
Oh.
bit. Oh, yes. If looks could have killed, that prosecuting counsel would have been in for 40 years. How did your summing up go?
Well, I did it in my butch voice, you know, what the jury must understand, and they loved it.
I bet they did.
I could see that little form of the jury eyeing me.
Really?
Oh, yes, cheeky devil. Make me want to turn Queen's evidence.
I know what they mean by well-hung jury.
Anyway, finish talking. Really serious. The actions of these vicious men are the violent stain upon the community, and the full penalty of the law is scarcely sufficient to deal with their ghastly crimes. And I waggled me wig.
You waggled your what?
I waggled me wig. Oh, ever so slightly. Stunning effect.
I bet it was.
Anyway, I gave him 3 years. Only took 10 minutes.
Tell me, did you handle the Cleese divorce?
Which one? He's had 4 wives.
Really? Is he a Muslim?
No. And just the way he walks.
Oh. Tell me, what do you usually give for sex in a public toilet?
Oh, about 10 quid.
All in.
Hello, ladies and gents. Here it is. The show you've been waiting for. The show you've heard so much about. This is the show that gives you what you want the way you like it. So move right up front for full frontal nudity.
Stop the crap. Get on with the show. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I think that's my seat.
What? Will you sit down? Get out of the way.
Excuse me.
That's better. Yes. Oh, look at them. What?
Get your chalk ice cream, sweeties.
Am I hungry? That's better. Oh, yes. Here we go. Here we go.
Will the owner of the Ford Cortina, registration OYR 312,
Shut up.
please move his vehicle?
Oh, we're back. Oh, yeah. I'll have to come back tomorrow.
Albatross! Albatross! Albatross!
2 chalk ices, please.
I haven't got any chalk ices. I just got this albatross. Albatross!
What flavour is it?
What? It's a bloody seabird. It's an albatross. It's not any bloody flavour. Albatross.
Everything's got a flavour.
All right, it's bloody seabird flavour. It's bloody albatross. Bloody flavour. Albatross.
You get wafers with it?
Of course you don't get fucking wafers with it. It's an albatross.
You're disgusting. You're not even a proper woman.
Don't you oppress me, mate.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Racist! 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 Stormy petrol on a stick. Get it in a basket.
Evening, Squire.
Good evening.
Is your wife a goer, eh? No, I mean, nudge, no, I mean, say no more.
I beg your pardon?
Your wife, does she go, eh? Does she go, eh?
Well, she sometimes has to go, yes.
I bet she does, Say no more, know what I mean, nudge.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow you.
Oh, follow me. That's very good, very good. A nod's as good as a wink to a blind bat.
Are you selling something?
Selling? Very good, you're wicked, you are a wicked one, aren't you, eh? Yeah? You know what I mean? Say no more, wicked, eh? Say no more.
What?
Is your wife interested in sport, eh?
She likes sport, yes.
I bet she does.
As a matter of fact, she's very fond of cricket.
Oh, likes games, eh? She likes games. I knew she would. She's been around a bit, eh? Been around, eh?
Well, she has travelled. She's from Purley.
Whoa! Purley, say no more.
Well?
Is your wife interested in photography?
Photography?
Photographs, eh? He asked him knowingly.
Photography?
Snap, grin, wink, nudge, say no more.
Oh, holiday snaps.
They could be taken on holiday, you know. Swimming costumes. Dressing up. Candid photography, if you know what I mean, you know, behind the scenes bit.
No, we don't have a camera.
Oh, still.
Look, are you insinuating something?
Oh, no. Yes.
Well?
Well, I mean, you're a man of the world, Squire. You know, you've been around a bit. You know, been around.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, you know, you've done it. You've slept with a lady.
Yes.
What's it like? Does she go, eh? Does she? Oh, I bet she does. Hey, nudge, hey, wink, hey. Ain't not as good as a wink to a blind bat. Say no more. Is your girlfriend interested in photography, eh? Photographs, eh? He asked him knowingly. Candid photography, eh? Say no more. Snap, grin, wink, nudge, grin. Whoop, that's better. Nudge, wink, nudge, wink, nudge, wink, nudge, wink, the Tower Blackpool. Please welcome your horse for tonight. Here's Nobby.
Hello and welcome to Blackmail, the show people can't wait to be off. Hey! And first we go north to Preston in Lancashire and Mrs. Betty Teal. Now, Mrs. Teal, this is for £500 and it's to stop us revealing the name of your lover in Bolton. So, Mrs. Teal, £500 by tomorrow, please. And your husband, Trevor, and your lovely children, Diane, Janice, and little Juliet, who's having a difficult time at school at the moment, need never know the name of your lover in Bolton. Whoa! Hey! What a hunk. Now a politician, a Freemason, an ex-guardsman, and a prominent supporter of the English folk dance movement. Well, he's been getting into a bit of a dance of his own. On last week's program, he had the chance to pay up and hush it up, but he thought he knew better. Well, we've got news for him. He thinks he's at a crack addicts conference in Broadstairs. In fact, he's here backstage at our Blackmail Studios. Bring him on. Hey, Sir Norman Ballycastle. Welcome to Blackmail. Well, you elected not to pay up, so here you are now in front of our studio audience of 15,000, our global audience of 50 million, paying the price of our right to know everything about you. Well, your career's in ruins, but the good thing is that your wife is going to stand by you. And she's here in the studio tonight. Is she with us? Can we see her there? Oh, lovely. Thank you. Thank you for coming along. Behind every strong man is a stronger woman.
You bastard.
Well, that's what they all say, but he should have kept it in his pants. Well, thank you, Sir Norman. Now it's telephone time, so bring on the golden phone. Last week, we showed you this photograph of 3 middle-aged car enthusiasts and asked them to send in £30,000 to stop us revealing the name of the 2 girls from the garage, the make of car in which they did it, and the type of engine oil they used for lubrication. Well, we've heard nothing from them, so it's time to fill in the puzzle. Let's see more. Okay, boys, you're on Blackmail, and it's now £40,000 each. Well, they're either very brave or very rich. Let's see which it is. £400,000 now. Unless we hear from James or Richard or... Hello. Hello, Jeremy. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, I know. I'm sure you didn't. No. We don't morally censure. We just want the money. If your check's in the mail, you won't be in the Daily Mail. Thanks for playing Blackmail. Thanks. You too, Jether. Lovely man, deeply flawed. Now, what is it time for now, Veronica? I'm a celebrity, or am I? Your chance to play the game where we bring on a mystery contestant and you have to tell us whether you think he's a celebrity or a mere non-entity. So, here he comes, celebrity or non-entity. Let's start the clock. The famous legs, are those Simon Cowell's legs? Are these legs you recognize? Looks pretty ordinary to me. Could just be an ordinary guy off the street. Could be a celebrity. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off with the bag. Oh my God! Oh, wow! International man of mystery himself. This is a great moment, but Mike,
Yes.
we're both Mike, so I can mic
Yes.
with you.
Yes.
You're on Blackmail.
Yes.
What's gone wrong?
You mean what's gone right?
Oh,
I'm on
did I?
stage with you.
Oh,
sir.
well, we want you to confess, because it's a Blackmail. We know you've been in trouble, so if there's anything you want to share with the audience, now's your time.
I want to share how incredibly honored I am to be on stage with Monty Python, the greatest comedy troupe in the history of the English language.
Okay.
And there may be photographs of me with German Shepherds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's too nice a guy. Thank you for coming on the show,
Oh, that's
Mike.
it, okay.
Thank you, and thank you all, girls, for
Fantastic.
Blackmail. See you next week. Okay. Whoa. Hey.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Science Today, where we look at science today. And today we have with us Anne Elk. Mrs. Anne Elk. Miss Anne Elk. Sorry. Miss Elk, you have a new theory about the Brontosaurus.
Can I just say at this point, Chris, that I have a new theory about the Brontosaurus?
Exactly. What is it?
Where?
Your new theory?
Oh, what is my theory?
Yes.
Oh, what is my theory that it is? Well, Chris, you may well ask me, what is my theory?
I am asking, what is your theory?
Well done, Chris. Spot on. My word, yes. Well, Chris, what is it that it is, this theory of mine? Well, this is what it is. My theory, which belongs to me and which I own, is mine.
Yes, I know it's yours, but what is it?
Well,
your theory.
Oh, what is my theory?
Yes.
Ah, this is it. Here is my theory and what it is, too. My theory by Anne Elk. Brackets, Miss Brackets. The next thing that I will say will be my theory. Here it comes. You ready, Chris?
Yes.
My theory begins now. All brontosauruses are thin at one end and then much thicker in the middle and then thin at the far end again. That is my theory and what it is, and it belongs to me too, and it's mine.
That's it, is it?
Spot on, Chris.
Well, this theory of yours certainly seems to have hit the nail on the head.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Next week
Thank
sees
you
the
very
opening
much.
of a
Thank
new
you.
wasp.
Thank you for asking me to the studio.
You're very welcome. Next week sees the opening of a new wasp farm near Redditch, which is going to see... Next week sees the opening...
I have another theory.
Really?
Called my second theory. Or Miss Anne L. Brackett, Miss. Second theory, number 2. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, all right.
My second theory states that dentists can make your teeth dance.
Really?
Look!
Yes, mothers, it's time once again for Conrad Poos and his dancing teeth.
Come in.
Trouble at Mill.
Oh, no. What sort of trouble?
One at Crossbeam's gone out askew on treadle.
Pardon?
One at Crossbeam's gone out askew on treadle.
I don't understand what you're saying.
One of the Crossbeams has gone out of askew on the treadle.
Well, what on earth does that mean?
Well, I don't know. Mr. Wentworth just told me to come in here and say there was trouble at Mill, that's all. I didn't expect a kind of Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapon is surprise. Surprise and fear. Fear and surprise. Our two weapons are fear and surprise and ruthless efficiency. Our three weapons are fear and surprise and ruthless efficiency and an almost fanatical devotion to the Pope. Four. Our four. The wet. I'll come in again.
I didn't expect a kind of Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Amongst our weaponry are such diverse elements as fear, surprise, ruthless efficiency, and almost fanatical devotion to the Pope and nice red uniforms. No, I can't do this. I can't say this. You'll have to say it.
What?
The bit about our chief weapons are.
I couldn't do that. Nobody,
expects?
Nobody expects the Spanish...
Inquisition.
I know. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. In fact, those
Our chief weapons are...
Our chief weapons are...
surprise?
Surprise
Stop there. Good. Surprise, fear, ruthless efficiency, fanatical devotion to the Pope. Cardinal Fang?
Yes, love?
Read the charges.
14 ducats for a complete mass.
No, the charges against her.
You have hereby been charged that you did on diverse dates commit heresy against the Holy Church by word, thought, and deed, and with full relief, 22
Yeah, no, that's enough. So, how do you plead?
Innocent.
We'll soon change your mind about that.
We will. Cardinal Biggles, fetch the rack. Tie her to the rack. So, how do you plead?
Innocent.
Cardinal, give the rack a turn. I know you can't. I didn't want to say anything. I just want to ignore your crass mistake. Makes it all seem so stupid.
Shall I,
Just pretend for God's sake. So, old woman, you're accused of heresy on 3 counts. Heresy by thought, heresy by word, heresy by deed, and heresy by action. Four counts. Do you confess?
I don't understand what I'm accused of.
Then we shall make you understand. Cardinal, take her to the comfy chair. So you think you can survive the rack, you will not survive the comfy chair. So, old woman, you have one last chance. Confess the heinous sin of heresy. Reject the works of the ungodly. Two last chances, and you shall be free. Three last chances. Confess. 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 Confess.
I confess!
No, not you. Oh, I have one last weapon in my armor. If you do not talk, I will show you the fridge. Cardinal, go to the fridge and get her a large glass of cold milk.
Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem hard or tough, And people are stupid, obnoxious, or daft. And you feel that you've had quite enough. Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned the sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 500 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 6,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 1,000 light years wide. We're 40,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions and billions in this amazing and expanding universe. Itself keeps on expanding and expanding in all of the directions it can whiz. As fast as it can go at the speed of light, 12 million miles a minute, and that's the fastest speed there is. So remember when you're feeling very small and insecure, how amazingly unlikely is your birth. And pray that there's intelligent life somewhere out in space, because there's bugger all down here on Earth.
Now, there are many reasons why I find that song scientifically inaccurate. It's pathetic, really. The statement that the sun is the source of all our power, well, take geothermal energy. That comes from the heat of the Earth's core. That's generated, at least in part, by the radioactive decay of uranium. Uranium was formed in supernova explosions. And then the statement that the Earth orbits at 19 miles a second. Well, that would be okay if the Earth's orbit was circular, but in fact it's elliptical. So it's better to say that the Earth sweeps out equal areas in equal times. Kepler knew that back in 1609. Then the statement that space-time expands at the speed of light. Well, there was a period of expansion, exponential expansion, between 10 to the minus 36 and 10 to the minus 32 seconds after the Big Bang, called inflation, in which the...
I think you are being pedantic.
Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving, and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned. The sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day. In an outer spiral arm at 400,000 miles an hour, in the galaxy we call the Milky Way.
Good afternoon, sir. Have you come for an argument? Or would you like a blowjob?
Pardon?
Ah, you've come for an argument.
What was the other option?
Oh, nothing. It's just a special offer.
Oh.
So, have you been here before?
No, this is my first time.
I see. Well, would you like to have just one argument? Or were you thinking of taking a course?
Well, what is the cost?
It's £1 for a 5-minute argument, but only £8 for a course of 10.
Well, I think I'll take the 5 minutes and see how it goes from there.
Fine. Let's see. Yes. Try Mr. Barnard.
Thank you. Such nice people.
What do you want?
Well,
Don't give me that, you snotty-faced heap of parrot droppings. Shut your festering gob, you tit. Your type makes me puke. You vacuous, stuffy, malodorous old pervert.
Look, I came here for an argument.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is abuse.
Oh.
You want next door?
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Not at all. Stupid git.
Hello. Is this the right room for an argument?
I've told you once.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
When?
Just now.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
Yes.
You
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
Oh.
Is this the 5-minute argument or the full half hour?
Just the 5 minutes.
Just the 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Anyway, I did.
You most certainly did not.
Now, let's get one thing absolutely clear. I most definitely told you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
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 No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I did.
No, you
Yes, I
didn't.
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 did.
No,
Yes,
you
I did.
didn't.
Yes,
No, you
I
didn't.
did.
Look,
Yes.
this isn't an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Just contradiction.
No, it isn't.
It is. You contradicted me just then.
I did not.
You did not.
Never. No. Oh.
This is futile.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I came here for a good argument.
No, you didn't. You came here for an argument.
But an argument isn't just contradiction.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. An argument is a connected series of statements intended to establish a proposition.
Look, if I argue with you, I must take up a contrary position.
Yes, but that's not just saying no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it
Yes,
isn't. No, it isn't.
yes,
No, it isn't.
yes,
No, it
yes,
isn't. 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 Argument is an intellectual process Contradiction is just the automatic gainsaying of anything the other person says.
It is not.
It is.
Not at all.
Now, look,
Thank you. Good morning.
What? What?
That's it. The 5 minutes is up.
That was never 5 minutes just now.
I'm afraid it was.
No, it wasn't.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to argue anymore.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
If you want me to go on arguing, you'll have to pay for another 5 minutes.
But that was never 5 minutes just now. Oh, this is ridiculous. There you are.
Ah, thank you very much. Very good.
Well.
What?
That was never 5 minutes just now.
I told you I'm not allowed to argue unless you paid.
I just paid.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I did not.
Look, I don't want to argue about that.
Well, I'm very sorry, but you didn't pay.
Aha. If I didn't pay, why are you arguing? Ah, got you.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. If you're arguing, I must have paid.
Not necessarily. I could be arguing in my spare time.
I've got 2 legs from my hips to the ground, and when I move them, they'll walk around, and when I lift them, they can climb the stairs, and when I shave them, they ain't got hairs. I've got 2 legs with my feet on the end.
What have you got then?
Well, there's egg and spam, egg, bacon and spam, egg, bacon, sausage and spam, spam, bacon, sausage and spam, spam, egg, spam, spam, bacon and spam, 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 egg and spam, 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 baked beans, spam, spam and spam, or lobster thermidor au crevette with a Mornay sauce garnished with truffle pate, brandy, and a fried egg on top, and spam.
Have you got anything without spam in it?
Well, there's spam, egg, sausage, and spam. That's not got much spam in it.
I don't want any spam.
Why can't she have egg, bacon, spam, and sausage?
That's got spam in it.
Yeah, but not as much as spam, egg, bacon, spam, and sausage.
Look, can I just have egg, bacon, spam, and sausage without the spam? What do you mean?
You can't have egg, bacon, spam, and sausage without the spam.
Why not?
Well, it wouldn't be egg, bacon, spam, and sausage, would it?
I don't like spam.
Oh, don't make a fuss, dear. I'll have your spam. I love it. I'm having spam, 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 baked beans, spam, and spam.
Baked beans are off.
Oh. We can have spam instead.
You mean spam, 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 spam,
spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, spam, lovely spam, wonderful spam, a lovely spam, wonderful spam, a lovely spam, wonderful spam, a lovely spam, wonderful spam.
Bloody Viking! Vikings!
Racist bastard.
Finland, 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 the country where I quite want to be, only trekking or camping, or just watching TV. Finland, 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 that's the country for me.
I wish to register a complaint. Hello, miss.
What do you mean, miss?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have a cold. I wish to make a complaint.
Sorry, you were close for lunch.
Never mind that, lad. I wish to complain about this parrot, what I purchased not half an hour ago from this very boutique.
Oh, yes, the Norwegian blue. What's wrong with it?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. It's dead. That's what's wrong with it.
No. He's resting.
Look, my lad, I know a dead parrot when I see one, and I'm looking at one right now.
No, he's resting. Remarkable bird, the Norwegian blue, isn't it? Beautiful plumage.
The plumage don't enter into it. He's stone dead.
No. He's resting.
All right, if he's resting, I'll wake him up. Hello, Mr. Polly Parrot. I've got a lovely fresh coat.
There he moved.
No, he didn't. That was you hitting the cage.
I'll never.
Hello, Polly. This is your 9 o'clock alarm call. Wakey. Where were we?
You say, now that's what I call a dead parrot.
Now that's what I call a dead parrot.
No. No, I say. It's stunned.
Stunned?
Yes, stunned. You stunned it just when he was waking up. Norwegian blue stun easily.
Listen, my lad, I've had enough of this. That parrot is definitely deceased, and when I purchased it not half an hour ago, you assured me that its total lack of movement was due to it being tired and shagged out following a prolonged squawk.
Well, he's probably pining for the fields.
Pining for the fields? What kind of talk is that? Look, why did he fall flat on his back the moment I got him home?
The Norwegian blue prefers kipping on his back. Remarkable bird, isn't it? Beautiful plumage.
Look, matey, I took the liberty of examining that bird when I got it home, and I discovered the only reason it had been sitting on its perch in the first place was that it had been nailed there.
Well, of course it was nailed there. If I hadn't nailed that bird down, it would have muscled up to those bars, ripped them apart with its immensely strong beak, and vum!
Vum! Matey, this parrot wouldn't vum if you put 40,000 volts through it. It's bleeding demised.
No, he's pining.
He's not pining. He's passed on. This parrot is no more. He has ceased to be. He's expired and gone to meet Dr. Chapman. This is a late parrot. It's a stiff, bereft of life. It rests in peace. If you hadn't nailed it to the perch, it would be pushing up the daisies. It's rung down the curtain and joined the choir invisible. It has breathed its last. Its metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to Victorians. He has kicked the bucket. This is an ex-parrot.
Well, better replace it then.
I was listening to the wireless this morning. Very interesting. Apparently, the editor of the Daily Mail, Mr. Paul Dacre, has just received an arsehole transplant.
Oh. Yeah. I heard that. I heard that too. The arsehole rejected him, I hear. Yeah. I've been round the back. I've had a look. We're right out of parrots.
I see, I get the picture.
But I have got a selection of cheeses. Amazingly now.
A selection of cheeses?
Yeah.
Really? What have you got? What have you got?
You name it, I've got it.
Brie?
No.
Camembert?
No.
Brest Bleu?
No.
Stilton?
No.
Lancashire cheese?
No.
Red Leicester?
No.
Double Gloucester?
No.
Stinking Bishop?
Don't you call me names?
It's the name of a well-known West Country cheese. You should know that.
Oh.
You run a pet shop.
Oh.
Caerphilly?
No.
You don't have any Caerphilly?
No.
Wensleydale?
Yep.
Well, I'll have a pound of Wensleydale cheese, please.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to me. That's my name, Arthur Wensleydale.
Gruyere?
No.
Emmental?
No.
Jarlsberger?
No.
Armenian string cheese with cumin seeds?
Not much call for it round here, Squire.
Zimbabwean rhinoceros milk cheese?
Cat's eating it. Tell you what.
What?
You haven't asked me about cheddar.
Cheddar?
Yeah, cheddar. Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Could be.
All right, I'm game. Do you have, he asked, expecting the answer no, any cheddar?
No. Do you want to come back to my place?
I thought he'd never ask.
Oh.
Oh, isn't he a lovely little... Oh, isn't he a lovely little... Oh, isn't he lovely?
Wait a minute, buckaroos. This is going far enough.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a real honorable experience to be here this evening. A very wonderful and warm and emotional moment for all of us. And I'd like to sing a song for all of you. It's Christmas in heaven, all the children sing. It's Christmas in heaven, hark, hark, those church bells ring. It's Christmas in heaven, the snow falls from the sky. It's nice and warm and everyone looks smart and wears a tie.
It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is Christmas Day. It's Christmas in heaven, so welcome everyone. Every day is just the same. There's tons and tons of fun. It's Christmas in heaven. You've won life's lottery. For heaven's just like Vegas and it's absolutely free. It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is Christmas Day. It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is Christmas Day. Come on, Joe! It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is Christmas Day. It's Christmas in heaven. Hip, 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 hooray. Every single day is
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight this show is going live all around the world, amazingly enough. Including North America, South America, Europe, Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and Australia. on TV and film. So wherever you're watching, would you please all join us all the way around the world in saying farewell to us by singing this little ditty. Some things in life are bad, they can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle, and this'll help things turn out for the best. Hey, always look on the bright side of life. Come on, always look on the bright side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you forgot of, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just
Bye.